Good morning. First of all, I would like to thank Ricardo for the invitation to participate in this very interesting event. Um, Today, I would like to talk to you about the way an enterprise like ours goes around gathering information and acquiring knowledge and how to use it. Um, as an organization, we're always worried about sustainability. And that means that we are continuously examining different trends that appear in the market or in the environment that could affect our organization in a positive or in a negative way. Trends that could be demographic, they could be technological, they could be environmental, and some of them become market opportunities, but some of them could affect negatively an organization and make this organization not sustainable anymore. So talking about trends, there's one that has been in the news lately and has been happening in the last few years, and it's the rising middle class in Latin America. And, well, all the emerging markets, but Latin America has been a good example of how middle class has grown, and a lot of people have moved from poverty to a middle class. And we see this trend from one point as a market opportunity for many companies. We are in the insurance and financial services business. We think that this is not only a market opportunity, but it's also a way in which people from this new market segment can improve their lives, having access to all of our products and many others. So I think it also has a social development objective that is very important. We think that dealing with this thing is very important for us, because even though in insurance we have been market leaders in Colombia for a long time, we have a 22% of the market, but we have been selling insurance to a very limited segment of higher income people. So this is something that is a concern for us, because one of our goals for sustainability is expanding markets, getting our products to other market segments, and this is a very good case for that. As I was talking, in Latin America, this middle class goes up today to 150 million people, 30% of the population. And in Colombia, we are talking about close to 10 million people. It's also more than 25% of the population. So this is a very interesting case. So what have we done to acquire knowledge about this new market segment, of which we know very little about? We haven't sold any services or products to these markets, and so we started this research project, which I'm going to talk about to you, in the main cities of Colombia. But the results and the knowledge that we are acquiring here is going to be useful for us for other Latin American countries where we are present today. So what we did was we made up a team of people that, some of the people in our company that have been working with market development, but also we invited anthropologists, psychologists, sociologists that had never worked with insurance or financial services, something like you were mentioning. And we made up this big team, and they started to do some research in these communities. And we really changed our approach for developing a market. What we did before was we had products, and we have many different distribution channels. So when we had a new market, what we did was, well, let's find the product, and we will take it through one of the most appropriate channel to this market. But in this case, that was not the way to go, because we didn't know the market. So we had to first learn about the market, so then we could develop the right products and the right channels. So let me tell you about some of the findings we have here. This is a picture of one of these parts of the city where this community lives. First, we found a lot of economic activity. That's right. And 50% of that activity is informal. As you can see, all those umbrellas are people working on the street. But behind the umbrellas, you can find formal business as well. And it's very active, as you can see. Something that we can observe in the picture is that mobile phones are, and that's good news for us, are widespread. In Colombia, we have slightly above one mobile phone per inhabitant, and that's a very interesting experience. We also found that women are very important in these communities. 2 out of 3 households have a head that is a woman, which means this is a social phenomenon where many women have children, but they don't have a husband, and they have to work, and they have to find a way of life. We also found a lot of mistrust. Why are you coming here? Insurance is not for us. What's wrong with the other markets you have that you're coming to us? And you know that insurance and financial services need a lot of trust to be sold and to have a relationship with your clients. And the other thing we found is that income comes from different sources. People have different part-time jobs, and they get income from different sources, and it's volatile. So these are some of the findings that we have in getting to know this market. And because of these findings, we had to develop some strategies to turn down some of the barriers we found. So one of them is how to approach the community in order to inspire trust, in order to create a stronger relationship with these people. And we have been doing some activities that I will mention here. Some of them are, for example, we started to make soccer tournaments for kids in different places. And we had preventive health activities for women in the community. And one interesting experience was we have this company's mascot, which is a tiger. And this tiger, we take it to different places, and we take family pictures with the tiger. And you don't imagine how people appreciate having this picture. And they have it in their living rooms, at home. So it's a way to get closer to these families. The other important thing is how to talk to these people. We had to use a very different language, and we had to make brochures in a very simple language to explain what we were trying to offer them. And it takes a lot of thought and of knowledge to write down the right messages for these people. The other thing is that they expect gifts from the insurance company. So what can we give them? You always give out gifts to your clients, but they expect things that are useful at home. They could be very simple things, but something that is useful at home. So these are a few examples of things that we have been doing to approach the market. And then we go to the product. And then to design an insurance product for this community, we have to transfer this knowledge to the actuaries and to the people that are designing products inside the company. And we designed a very interesting product here. It's a $10 a month product that has a combined insurance coverages and very basic coverages. Like, well, we have life insurance, we have some disability insurance, we have unemployment insurance and health insurance combined in one policy. And most of the benefits are offered, they're paid as installments and not in lump sums. People are concerned about replacing their income when they have any trouble. So all the different coverages are designed to have benefits paid in this manner. The other important point is that, well, since people have cell phones, all of them have cell phones, the way to communicate with them is through texting in the cell phones. So whenever they buy a policy, we will text them and say, now you're insured with this amount, with this company. And when they pay, because they have to pay this $10 every month, also we text them and tell them we have received your $10 for this month, so you're insured for this month. And the product has to be very flexible because, as I said before, income is a very volatile. So one of the things that we had to change in our minds was that when you are selling insurance, you expect people to stay and to pay for many years. And that's a paradigm that insurers have for many years. And here, you are offering coverage for 1 month to many people. And if next month they don't pay, it's okay, but they can resume payment again the following month, only answering 1 or 2 questions. And this is a way to make it more flexible since their income is so volatile. And finally, the channel. How are we selling this product? So we forgot about our traditional distribution channels, and we designed a new structure. A structure that has a leader and a group of sales representatives, and all of these people belong to the community. The leader is a person with a slightly higher degree of education that can understand better having indicators, and also he's like the coach of all the sales representatives. And who are the sales representatives? Mostly women from the community that need some extra income. So they are selling insurance. They sell many other things. They sell cosmetics. They sell, they have 3 or 4 different activities. But this is an extra activity that could provide them with some income. And this model has been has shown to be very effective. The other thing is that these people have to be trained, and we have invested a lot of money in training them, learning about the leader, learning about how to put all these indicators in some type of charts, and how to coach all these sales representatives. So I just want to mention some of the learnings that we have obtained here. First, that trust is the main pillar of our business. And all the activities that we have been doing is to increase trust with this community. We learned that we have to listen very carefully, and in order to learn from these people. We understood then that since there is such a high level of informality, we have to be very flexible. And the other point is that all this knowledge has to be shared with the rest of the organization. And this means that the team that is working on the field has to bring all this knowledge back to the company. And it's not only for actuaries, but for human resources, because we have to hire a sales force that is very different from the normal sales force we have. The information technology people have to work in how to manage all this new way of communicating with the people and having track of who's paying and who's not paying. And this means that knowledge has to be brought into the organization and has to be shared with everyone. We also learned that the middle class is upwardly mobile and they have aspirations. They don't want products for poor people. They want products that could make them feel that they are becoming or upscaling in their lives. The other thing is that we have to reinvent ourselves every day, because even though we have acquired some knowledge from these people, every day things are changing. And the way we discover new things every day that makes us change, and that's why we have to be so flexible. And well, I think this is a very interesting example of how knowledge is managed in organizations. And I just have a final conclusion here I want to share with you. This project, the project's name is Expansion. And with experiences such as this, we understand that the company learns, but also the community learns. And this is good for the development of the population in a country like Colombia. This is a virtuous circle. It's leveraged by investigation and knowledge management, but it's based on win-win relationships. It has to be good for all the parts participating and represents an ethical position in our relationship with the market. Thank you very much.